I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.
Hey everybody, today I want to tell you the story called Run Daisy Run. It's the story of a man's love for his little dog. In 2006, my beloved Schnauzer Harley passed away. And oh my goodness, how I grieve that dog. I still do today. Well, all my life, my married life, we have had dogs. We've had 3 Great Danes, 2 Dachshunds, a Schnauzer, Poodle, German Shepherd. We've had just about every kind of breed dog you can think of. But when Harley died, we had no dogs left. So one day my husband came home from work and he said he met a man at the shop. And this man raised Chihuahuas. And would I like to have a Chihuahua? I never had one of those. I thought, yeah, boy, I would. So now, those were the days when there wasn't any GPS. So we had written instructions on how to find this man's house out in the sticks. And boy, I thought I lived in the sticks. These people really lived in the sticks. And it's one of those, turn right by the gas station, and you go down to the big tree, and you turn by the well. And it was just one crooked mess. I couldn't have found my way back out of there if I tried. So I'm glad Bobby was with me. So we contacted the people. They said, yeah, come on, we've got 2 new puppies. And you can pick from whichever one you want. Now, they were too small to go get and bring home right now. So we knew we were going to have to wait, but we definitely wanted to go see. We finally got there, and there were little chihuahuas running all over that yard. And the grass was so tall, some of them you couldn't even see the little dogs in the grass. It was so tall. It was pretty bad. So he brought out a box, and there were 2 little chihuahuas in there, and one of them was one of those long-haired chihuahuas, and the other was tiny, tiny, the true runt, little bitty thing, little black and white chihuahua. And we picked that one. And I know we had to put a down payment of $75, and that's what we did. Just trusted, you know. We came on home, and it wasn't long then till the man contacted us and said the dog was ready. It's time to come get our little dog. We went out there and we picked up Daisy Bell. That's what we named her. Actually, I think I'm the one that named her. And from that time on, it was absolutely pure love. We took Daisy everywhere we went. We'd go to Starbucks on Sunday morning and then go by Chick-fil-A, and we'd park behind Chick-fil-A where there was trees and shade, and we'd eat our breakfast and read the newspaper, and Daisy would lay in her little pink bed on the floorboard that we had made for her. She didn't ride there. She rode in my lap on a blanket. We'd go to Lowe's and Home Depot, and we'd take Daisy. Best Buy, we'd take Daisy. We took her everywhere we went. When we'd go see my daughter in Dallas, we took Daisy. Now, my husband developed a great love for that little dog. And along in this video, I will include some of the hundreds of pictures I have of he holding Daisy. Because, boy, he loved Daisy. And she loved him more than me. And as I told my son, that's okay with me. Because we all have to have a favorite. And she was partial to her daddy, Bobby. And so, a little over 3 years went by, and Daisy was our constant companion. Now here's a story I've never told anybody. In 2009, Bobby and I separated. There were just some things that, even though we had been married many, many years by that time, there were some things that I just didn't think I could get past. And so we separated. A short time later, I filed for divorce. I moved close to my daughter in Dallas, and I had an apartment. All I had to do now was find a job. But I took Daisy with me. And I remember that last day here. We had packed up the last of my belongings, and they were loaded in a moving truck. And Bobby walked to the car with me, and I was carrying Daisy. And I put her in her carrier on the front seat. And Bobby and I said goodbye. And I drove out that driveway, taking Daisy with me. So I lived somewhere else, not even quite 2 months. And I knew there was something missing. For one thing, Bobby and I would often sit in the backyard in our swing and would watch Daisy run round and round a tree. It was just fun to watch her. We had birthday parties for her. We just did everything with Daisy. And she'd run round and round that tree, and Bobby would say, "Run, Daisy, run." Well, that was one of the things I missed. There was a lot more than that I missed. So living by myself, and Bobby living here, one morning I got up very early, and there was an email from Bobby. had 3 words. Run, Daisy, run. And I knew then I had to go home. It wasn't just the house I missed, the land I missed, the town I missed. It was Bobby I missed. Bobby was home. Wherever Bobby was, that was home. And I knew I had to go home. So I did. Packed up everything and I moved back. From then on, every time Bobby was home, he held Daisy. I have scores of pictures of him holding Daisy in his lap, under a blanket. When Bobby was sick, he held Daisy. Sometimes he put Daisy up on his chest and he held her there. And she would sleep, and he would sleep. That was his dog. And oh, the love he had for that little dog. Had I not gotten that email saying, run, Daisy, run, I might not be here today. I might never have come home. I may never have the life I have right now, which I absolutely love my life. My Daisy passed away in May of this year. Bobby passed away in December of 2018. And for days on end, Daisy looked for him in every room. And that broke my heart. I tried to love Daisy like he did. I even got Thule. And those two were pals. They slept together. They were together. So that made up in some way, at least in maybe Daisy's eyes, of losing someone she loved so dearly. And now I'd like to show you a few of the pictures I have. And every time I look at them, I smile. You know, it's the little things sometimes that we take for granted. But home and family are all we really have. Those are the most precious things this life has to give to us. Make sure you love each day. That's what Bobby did. That's what Daisy did.